Everything is a-o-kizzle. Could you please open? Oh lord.
It's your boy OBLIVIION.
Back in the building. Welcome back to another episode of sniping tips and tricks. And first of all, let me start off with saying I am nowhere near the best sniper on the planet, but I am better than average, I would think so. And we're gonna start the sniping tips off instantly. So if you guys haven't seen the class setup video, check the link in the description or check the annotation on the screen right now, because you guys need to watch that one first so you guys have the classes ready to follow these instructions for this video. If you don't have a scuff controller, guys, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, so what I would suggest doing is using button layout, stick and move. I use stick and move flipped because I just find it better to shoot with these two buttons, R1 and L1 instead of R2 and L2, because they react faster. So that's what I'm going to be using. That's what I've been using since Black Ops 3, and it's worked decently. Some other people prefer bumper jumper tactical flipped, maybe even, but you know what? No, not me. I prefer my stick and move. What you also need to change is probably your sensitivity. What I used to snipe on was 9 and 9, but it's getting to the point where 9 and 9 is a little bit too slow. The thing is, you guys have to see it this way. If you're scoped in, look how slow my cursor drags over the screen. It's way too slow for me to be able to adjust. If someone is right there and I want to start aiming from there, look how long it takes before I'm over him. And I can't shoot people like that. So I gradually increased it from 9 and 9 to 10 and 10, then to 11 and 11, until I reached a point where I was like, yes, this sensitivity feels really nice. This is not too fast. I'm still able to control where I'm shooting, but I can also shoot very quickly if I'm not on target. I'm gonna be trying right now to not zoom in on the person perfectly, but instead I'm gonna try to drag scope him and show you guys what the power is of 9. I mean, from, fuck me, hang on. Look at that, that's drag scope right there. Alright, so let me explain this to you with a wall. So there's 4 different types of shot. There's a no scope, there's a quick scope where you shoot exactly when the timing is right, like this. Nope. Like that. There we go, hang on. Like that. Or you have a drag scope where you zoom in and then you just drag your cursor over the person and shoot him exactly when the person is in your cursor. Which is like that. That's drag scope. That's also drag scope. And then last but not least is just the normal scope. If you just scoped in and someone just walks in your scope, it's not necessary to know the exact names of the types of shots, but what is important is to know when to use which. And that's why I'm telling you guys the different types of scopes so we are on the same page. So preferably you would like to be able to quick scope everyone, because obviously the less time it takes you to shoot someone, the better it is. The better you are, I mean. What is this guy doing? So yes, being able to quick scope and have 100% accuracy means you are the best player on the planet. However, usually people cannot be 100% accurate while only quick scoping unless you are spready. So my suggestion is use quick scopes whenever you feel 100% sure of your shot. If you're not 100% sure of your shot, just aim down sights a little bit longer and wait for them to get into your scope. Wait for them to really be in your scope before you shoot, because else you miss a shot, and to pull the bolt back is going to take way longer than just waiting like 1 millisecond before the guy is in your scope. Like, just get used to scoping in on target, preferably. If there's a target in your scope, just try to keep him in the center of your scope. Try to use your movement system and just try to keep him in there. Try to get different angles. If they're too close, then find yourself some distance and make sure that they're in your scope, and that's all that matters for now. Try to keep enemies as far away from you as possible, but close enough that you don't miss constantly, because obviously shooting people that are far away is going to be more difficult than shooting people who are close by. However, people who are way too close are once again going to be hard to shoot, so you have to be in the middle range. The middle range is what you're looking for. This shot, decent distance as well. When it gets too close, let me try to get this example for you guys. When it's too close like this, it gets a little bit difficult, because the moment they start moving, you can barely follow them with your sniper. So they need to be at a medium distance like that, where it takes you like maybe a second or something to scope in. That was easy shot. That was an easy shot too. The next lesson is going to be use the movement, guys. The movement is very important. You need to be able to jump shot, because if you can't jump and shoot at the same time, this whole game is going to be incredibly difficult for you. Just try jumping over stuff and shooting at people. Especially bots is the easiest way to practice. They usually stand still for you, so you don't have to worry about people constantly moving while you're in the air. Try jump shotting over stuff. Make sure to put an object between you and an enemy and just try jumping over it. Just try jumping over it and shooting them like that. You can practice with bots quite easily. If there's no object in between you guys, just try jumping and shooting without any objects. That's also fine. You just need to get used to having your finger on jump and being able to aim at the same time. That seems to be a very big problem with a lot of people who start out playing these new Call of Duties, because you never have to do that necessarily constantly in other Call of Duties, but in this Call of Duty it's pretty much necessary. You need to be able to do this. The way jump shots work in this game is you have to jump first and then zoom in. Jump and zoom in at the end of your jump. Do not zoom in while you're mid-jump or before you even jump, because this is what happens. It's going to be very difficult to drag your scope on people. If you do it like this, look at that. It's very hard to recenter, because your character will still be jumping forward. Right now it's working out pretty decently, but that's just an accident. As I was saying, jump shots are important because you cannot be a target who's standing still. If you're a target that stands still the whole time, you're going to be getting shot easily, too quickly, and you're not going to be able to be a good sniper. So you need to be able to jump shot, and then we can move on to slides, which I've been doing also at the same time, because it's actually a combo. You need to be able to use everything in the movement system. The way that I use slides is to get out of situations. The moment I shot and I missed, that's when you start sliding and jumping around. You need to start maneuvering. You need to be able to be a hard target to shoot. That guy didn't kill me instantly. It took him a while, but the odds of me surviving are so much bigger if you start sliding around. So as I was saying, sliding, you need to be able to do this weird snake movement. As you guys can see, I've been doing a lot of those weird snaky movements where I go left and then go right. I learned that from Testy, to be honest, and I didn't believe at first, like I didn't understand why that worked so well, but if you think about it, the enemy sees you going left and he predicts that you're gonna go left, but then you randomly start turning around, start going to the right. It's very unpredictable. So that's what makes you the hard target, and that's why that works. Every time I miss someone, then I start doing left and right sliding movements. I'm gonna try to put it in here as much as possible. Try to get a little bit of what the fuck? Try to show you guys exactly what I mean. Hang on. Just try to be very random. Like even if you yourself don't understand what you're doing, try moving out of the way as unpredictably as possible. Come on, there we go. Look at that. That's what I mean with the snake movement. That's what I meant with the snake movement. I survived that because of the weird crazy ass movement. If I was standing still, I would have died 100%. If you're not used to the movement yet and you're missing a lot of shots while you're doing the movement, don't worry about that. Like literally don't worry about missing your shots while you're in the air, because you will get better. Just keep using the movement system until you finally land those shots. The movement is what matters. It's an investment that you're putting into. It's just like when you change from your default sensitivity to a higher sensitivity, or when you change from your default button layout to a new button layout. It's an investment that you make, but in the end the payoff is much bigger than you think. Next up, we're gonna have map awareness. Map awareness is gonna be a little bit tricky. The thing is, what you want to do is you want to be able to calculate how long it takes for an enemy to get into your vision. Get into your vision as in a straight line of sight. For example, right now the left guy is going to take way shorter for me to get into my line of sight than the right guy. That's why I went for him first instead of the guy on the right, because I could tell on my map, via my map, because I have the radar on constantly, I could tell that that shot is going to be much faster to take than the one on the right. It's a straight line of sight. You're using a sniper. Just keep that in mind. Straight lines. Just always when you're looking at your map, try to draw a line, mental line between you and the enemy, a straight line, and then you can figure out which shot you should take. Let me get some more examples of who to shoot first in what situation. who to shoot first. This guy, then this guy, then this guy, and I missed the last one. That would have been so cool, but I missed the shot. So I know it's just bots, but still, I still get pretty horny. I still get pretty horny when seeing these clips. What are you doing, bro? Try to get yourself to cover. That's like one of the biggest tips. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit him. All right, hang on. Try to get this guy. All right. Hit marker. Thanks. Try to get him from different angles. Like, don't just try to come from one angle. Try to go from different angles. That's what she said. But try using cover and try getting them from different angles, because that's what's gonna make you unpredictable as well. Like, half the time, sniping is just about being unpredictable, to be honest, because you only have one shot. Then you need to pull back the bolt, and between that time that you can get shot, you're so vulnerable. Try to be as unpredictable as possible with your movement, with the things you do. Just use everything in your power, guys. Every time before you start playing online, try going into combat training and play like one match. Just one match of maybe 50 kills only. Doesn't have to be a lot, but at least practice a little bit before you start going out there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys found the tips useful. If you learned anything new, just leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know that I helped you guys out in some way or another. And if you guys haven't seen the class setup video, check that out now. See you guys later. I have issues.